Heard of Ozempic, and we've seen the commercials for the latest weight loss drugs trending, but the question is any of it really sustainable?
So according to Michigan Medicine, 90% of those who lose weight will eventually gain it all back. So we're bringing in Sandra Lerner with what you can do to keep it all off. Thanks a lot for coming in this morning.
I'm thrilled to be here.
Well, we're glad to hear that. So first off, Sandra, there's so much information out there about weight loss medicine. Who should people really be consulting before they undergo one of these things?
Well, I think the first thing that people should do is really talk to their doctors. There are so many options, and really the options really need to be considered all around for each person, and there isn't one medicine that's the right fit for each person. And it's also, the medicine doesn't work without some comprehensive behavioral management.
And there's been so much talk lately, of course, about Ozempic and other types of drugs like this. And I think it does beg the question, is it sustainable in the long term? Or are we going to see everyone kind of just gain all this weight back?
So, that's a really complicated question, but it is sustainable. I do think it requires sort of a multifaceted approach. You have to really consider, behavioral aspects, mindset, exercise, and nutrition. And I think that there is a way to use the medications to make the sustainability more likely. And there are ways that people can manage it without having to commit to being on a medication forever. I really want to emphasize that there isn't one medication that works. This is one new class of medications, but there have been medications for weight loss for many, many years, and many of them are very effective, and you have to tailor the approach to each individual.
So you are also board certified for obesity medicine. So why do people have so much trouble losing weight?
It is, so I think this is really interesting because one of the things that we learn in obesity medicine is that the disease exists before the weight, and that people who have a likelihood to gain weight have a complex cascade of metabolic problems that really need to be addressed from many different aspects, including sleep, including insulin resistance, and many other things that need to be considered. And when we look at that, we can see that really there's only a small part of it that we can really influence in terms of addressing medically. The rest really needs to be addressed on all of the different pieces to really make weight loss successful.
All right, well, here we are like in the midst of the holiday season, right? And we're counting down to the holidays and to the new year. What's your advice to people who ask you, what should I do here then for these next couple of weeks?
I love that question, because one of the things that I think is really important is that you should really eat the foods that you want to eat. If there's something that really makes the holiday special for you, that you love to eat, that the holiday just wouldn't be the same without, you should definitely plan to eat that food and not miss out on that part of the experience of being with your family and friends. The things that I ask for people to really reconsider is eating the foods you don't really want. If you're at a family event and your aunt brings their special pie, definitely eat that, but maybe skip the potato chips, or vice versa if that's your thing.
Now, at your practice, do you have any kind of a special product or program you put people on, or is it all individually tailored?
It's very individually tailored. There isn't one. I really don't believe in a diet that really fits everybody.
Like a no one size fits all, right?
What I like to if you put me on a papaya diet, I would definitely lose weight because I don't like papayas.
Yeah.
And so it's really got to be, each individual we have to find the right foods and the right fit for each person. So we start by just taking a look and seeing what people are doing first.
All right, really quickly before we let you go, where can folks find you and get more information?
They can go to my website at sandralerner.com.
All right, perfect. Thanks so much, Sandra. We appreciate it.